welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do a tag video, and so I'm going to be doing the rapid fire book tag. This was originated by Girl Reading, and I will link her channel down into the description box below. And so let's just go into it. I have all the questions written down here, so if I'm looking down, that's ebook or physical book? Physical book. I do love ebooks. I love to be able to have things on ebooks so that when my husband goes to sleep I can read and the light doesn't bother him, but I love the feel and the smell and like the whole experience of a physical book. Hardback or paperback? I have a lot of hardbacks because I think they look really nice on my shelf, but I prefer paperbacks, and I like really floppy paperbacks. Online or in-store shopping? Online is more convenient, so I do tend to do that very often because I don't really have any book stores near me besides Barnes & Noble, and I think Barnes & Noble is extremely overpriced, which is why I don't shop there often. But I do like the experience of going into a store and buying books. I miss Borders. That was my, if anyone remembers, I loved that bookstore, and they closed like years ago now, but I wish they were still around, or something similar, because Barnes & Noble is overpriced, and I don't have like Chapters or Indigo or half-price books or anything where I'm from. So trilogy or series, I prefer trilogies if I have to choose. I hate stretched out series, and I've talked about this before. I just think it's a ploy for, you know, people to make more money off of series when it could be condensed into at least a trilogy. So heroes or villains? I don't know. I think I do love heroes. I love a good heroine. But sometimes I like villains too. And I kind of like the anti-hero. So it's not really a villain, but I guess it just depends on the story. A book that I think everyone should read, Homegoing by Yaga Assi. I've talked about this book numerous times. If you haven't read it, pick it up. A recommended underrated book. That's a good question. I mean, I read a lot of very popular books, so I don't know. I don't think I have like a good underrated book. I mean, I read Sophie Kinsella and I don't hear about her a lot, and I like the Confessions of a Shopaholic series, so I'll say that one. Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. It's fun, rom-com. I like it. It's a huge series though, so I don't know why I like it because there's so many books, but I do. I am a walking contradiction. The last book I finished would be the 5th book in the Pretty Little Liars series. What is that? Wicked, I think. The last book I bought is 13 Reasons Why by J. Asher, and that should be here tomorrow. The weirdest thing I've used as a bookmark? I don't know. Anything I can get my hands on. If I need a bookmark at the time and I don't have one. Maybe a straw? Yeah, I'm gonna say a straw. Like, not a wet one though, because that would be bad. Used books, yes or no? Absolutely yes. I love used books. There was a time when I was kind of a book snob and I wanted all brand new, but I don't need all brand new, especially for books that I haven't read, because I don't even know if I'm going to like them. So I'd rather buy them at like a good used price, and then if I don't like them, don't have to feel bad about donating them. My top 3 favorite genres are historical fiction, paranormal romance, and mystery thriller. Borrow or buy? I do prefer to buy books, but I love borrowing from my library. I don't borrow from friends normally, just because, truthfully, I don't really have a lot of friends that read and or that read the same things that I do. So typically don't borrow from friends, but I do love it. You know, I enjoy borrowing from the library. Characters or plot? I don't know. I want to say characters because I feel like if the characters are not good and there's no redeeming qualities, then it ruins the plot anyway. So you know what? Yeah, characters. Long or short books? It depends. Fantasy I enjoy, and they have to be long because world building. And but like fluffy reads, short. Definitely short. But if it's like I don't know, I like a mid-sized book. I don't like them to be too long because I get intimidated, but I necessarily don't want them to be short either. Long or short chapters, because then I feel like I am getting through the book quicker even if I'm not. If a book has 40-page chapters, pet peeve of mine. I hate it. Why? Like, I need a break. And I hate stopping in the middle of a chapter, so I like short chapters. Name the first 3 books that you think of. The Hate You Give by Angie Thomas, Well of Ascension by Brandon Sanderson, and Salt to the Sea by Ruta Sepetys. Books that make you laugh or make you cry. Laugh. I think laugh. I'm not a crier, so, you know, I like books that make me feel things, but I'd prefer to laugh than cry. Our world or a fictional world? A fictional world. Audiobooks, yes or no? Definitely yes. I've just discovered like a love of audiobooks in the last month or so, and I don't think I will ever turn back. Do you judge a book by its cover? Absolutely, and everyone that's watching this video does too. Book to movie or book to TV adaptation? Book to movie, if I have to choose. Normally I prefer a book over a movie or a TV show because they always seem to screw it up and it never translates well, so I would say book to movie because I can't even think of a book to TV show that I watch. Oh, you know what? No. I'm gonna change my answer. Book to TV because Game of Thrones is like my all-time favorite show. Movie or TV show that you prefer to the book? I'm going to use Game of Thrones again. I've read the first 2 books, well, first 1.5 books of Game of Thrones, and while I do enjoy them, the TV shows are pretty spot on, and it's just more enjoyable for me to, because they're really dense, and there are so many different characters. So it's a lot more enjoyable for me to see it play out on screen than it is for me to read, although I do enjoy the series or standalones. Standalones. I'm so sick of series, and I tend to shy away from books if they're super long, or I think they're going to be super long because there's so many books that I want to read that I don't have time to commit myself to a 6-book series. So, yeah. So that is my rapid fire book tag. I tag everyone to join because I think tags are fun, and I don't know who will want to do it or who won't, but I do tag you if you're interested. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.